Welcome back to the Rouges and Yanks, where we talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Tonight we'll be talking about a new video I have for you guys, which is player reaction. Where players will commit to their national teams, whether it be the Canadian or the U.S. men's team or even the women's team. You will see me get a reaction, and what I'm going to do in these videos is I'm going to talk about little background on the player, where they grew up, or and where they came to be the player they came to be, what they can contribute to this team, and good or bad, and how they will probably be used in the team formation. And so today we'll be talking about Ayo Akinola, and this is a huge moment for Canada, the men's national team, as basically he was a dual citizen. He was eligible to play for either the U.S. men's or the Canadian men's, as he was born in Detroit but raised in, if not Toronto, then Ontario at least, and that gave him citizenship in both countries. But he chose to represent the Canadian men's to this year, and not this year, but also going on too, just for future, and that's a huge moment for Canada, and it's huge in many ways as it offers another striker position, basically for the Canadian men's team, as now you could put Davies, although he doesn't play striker, but he can be an attacker. You have Davies, you have David, which he is an attacker, and then you have Ayo Akinola now. So you have a new big three, which I'll talk about later on. So that's one way. He offers another attack, which I think the Canadian men's needed more attacking options after watching their World Cup qualifiers and their recent games too. Going into World Cup qualifying for the Octagon, I think they'll be better now for attacking now that Ayo Akinola has joined the Canadian men's team. And so, yeah, he looked good for TFC too when he was playing, and hopefully he'll look the same or look even better with the Canadian men's team. I think honestly he'll like the Canadian men's national team's playing style better than TFC, because right now TFC is struggling and Chris Armas is kind of running things a little awry there. So we'll see what the future holds for him on the Canadian men's team. And many people though saw this coming for Canada, as Ayo Akinola was already leaning toward representing the Canadian men's rather than the U.S. men's, as for two reasons, and that's playing time and the way he would fit into, or he could easily fit into the Canada's playing style. And that's important to consider as a dual national. So, like, if playing time, right? Let's talk about playing time for Ayo Akinola. If he did choose the U.S. over Canada, he would have probably, I don't even know if he'd be sitting on the bench given all the pipeline. Remember that pipeline that the U.S. has, and they're producing talent rapidly and so much of it too. And so it's the quality and quantity of it too. Compared to the U.S., I think Akinola could have been middle of the pack. And so the USA, I don't know if they're really concerned about losing him, or Canada stealing them away from him, but because they probably have more queued up. But Canada did happen to take a piece from the U.S. pipeline system, which is great, and hopefully he'll get to benefit them, right? So yes, more playing time for him. That'll be great. Hopefully he gets a start on the Canadian men's team, right? I think he's a decent. Excellent starter, not decent, excellent. Because the Lucas Cavallini, he's good, but he's a good super sub. He can come off the bench and score, just like the other one up top. Kyle Larin, that's gonna be kind of tough. But I think in my 4-3-3 formation, I had Kyle Larin and Ayo Akinola all up top, and with David. So that can be a big three with Davies. With Davies, that can be a big three. Big squad, big four, big three, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be just massive. But, yeah, and then we talk about the Canadian playing style. I think the way Akinola plays is more so, it helps him benefit as he plays more so towards the Canadian men's playing style than the U.S. men's playing style. I think Canada likes to attack, right? The U.S. kind of plays out the back and they look to strike whenever they can, but they're very conservative about their options. Right? I think Canada is always willing to go out and attack, which I think given a striker, he's able to do. and so I think he'll easily fit into the Canada's playing style. And finally, the last thing this is good for is, as I said earlier, the big three, right? Could be David, and now Akinola, or even if you want to put Kyle Aaron in the mix, big four. Um, Either way, there's a big new star to this Canadian men's team, and this is huge, right? The big new star. Hopefully, he'll come up big for World qualifying this fall and winter, and even spring, as Canada will continue their journey through the octagon to qualify for Qatar 2022. And so, I can't wait to see what Akinola brings to this Canadian men's team. I think I saw it coming personally, as it made some more sense. You got to think about it, right? Playing time and the playing style. I think he just checked both of those boxes for the Canadian men's team, and lo and behold, it worked out for him. He chose to represent Canada internationally over the United States. A lot of people also saw this coming for the U.S. sides too, as they're like, yeah, we're probably going to lose Akinola, but it's okay. We got other talented players coming through this pipeline we have. So for the United States, in terms of saying if this is a huge loss or not, I would say it hurts probably to an extent, because he came through. He represented the USA at the U20s World Cup, I believe, and even then he came up through the U.S. system. But then now for the senior side, he's making a switch. So that probably stings a little bit. But the USA is probably gonna not hold that so long. They're just gonna recover from it, given the amount of talent they already have. So yeah, that's huge. A few reasons for you why I believe Akinola will be a great addition to this Canadian men's side, especially for the Gold Cup, which that's a tournament coming up in a few days, actually. And I think he's going to be great. Can't wait to see him play. Coming up on June 13th, I believe that's when their first game is. But either way, it's going to be a pleasure to watch him. And I can't wait to see what exciting stuff he has planned for this team and how he can contribute. And that basically does it for me describing Ayo Akinola and his big commit to Canada. Now tomorrow I have a U.S. women's team taking on Mexico in their leg one of their their Olympic send-off series. So they're getting ready, last training, kind of using their Olympic squad to get ready for the Olympics Tokyo 2020, although it's in 2021. They're getting ready to hold that, and hopefully, yeah, we'll see what they do tomorrow. But if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with all your friends, and tell all your friends that Ayo Akinola is a Canadian.